Hello, welcome to Kent Beer Reviews. My first review since the Kent Beer Festival a couple of days ago, so I'm not sure when I'm posting this, but anyway, this is my first review live day to day since then, so quite an amusing video I posted. Anyway, I've got a beer from Sainsbury's here. It's their Sainsbury's Taste the Difference American Pale Ale. It's coming in at 5.3% ABV. This beer was brewed for Sainsbury's by the Tap Room Company, or Brewing Company, Rochester, New York. So yeah, it's even got 355ml bottle, so it's an American sort of size, not the 330s that we get here in the UK. Same with the cans are slightly bigger. So yeah, there's the Taste the Difference Sainsbury's logo. Genuine craft ale it's got there. Right, I like that, it's quite amusing. Let's crack it open then. Bit of smoke. Not really picking it up, missed it. Gone for a little snifter in this one. Try and enhance any aromas. Let's try and give it a little bit of a head there. Not really. Well, that was a real struggle to get that head. Just under a finger ahead. Massive carbonation. Nice looking beer. Sort of an orangey colour. Very clear, as I've said. Head's gone down to half a finger ahead now. Let's get an aroma. Quite a citrus note. Lemony kind of zest. Maybe picking up on the malts as well. Yeah, there's definitely a lemon zest there. Some lighter fruits. Maybe some apricots. I am picking up a little bit of I'm trying to think of the word for it. Bit tinny kind of thing. Anyway, head's gone down now. It's time. Let's give it a try. Cheers. Initial taste was quite thin-bodied beer. Didn't pick up on the malt straight away. Yeah, citrus, lime juice, then some lighter fruits, pears. Definitely a zing on the tongue. There's a bit of kind of grapefruit juice, but it's not. It's very subtle. It's got a nice zingy stroke bitter back end. It's quite bitter, in fairness. I don't know what the IBUs are in this beer, or incidentally what hops they've used, but there is a more malt now. I've had 3 or 4 mouthfuls. It's quite noticeable now, where it wasn't in the start. It was just thin, watery, and then flavours. Now the hops are certainly coming through, but that malt backbone is definitely pushing through now. Excuse me, I'm gonna burp. It's there. Excuse me. But yeah, it's okay. It may be too bitter even for a transitional beer from for a lager drinker to have. It's 5.3, this beer. I think it's been up to 5.4 ABV, but another guy who's done this beer, beer goggles reviews, has done this beer. But it's not. It's okay, but there's personally, I think there's better pale ales out there. Definitely a good beer for if you're on a budget. It's definitely worth trying, and you could get a few bottles of this quite easily if you're on a budget. So for what you're paying for the beer, it's, you know, it's pretty good. But as in kind of general taste, there's a lot better out there. Let me just get the rest of this bottle in. I don't think it's even bottle conditioned. It doesn't look like it. It looks very clear. Yeah, it's not bottle conditioned. It's a filtered beer. And personally, I think that takes a lot of the flavour away from the beer when they filter it like this. It's still got that. I reckon it could have been better if it would have been an unfiltered beer. But then, when they're selling their product to a supermarket, more often than not, people they look at it and think, oh yeah, that looks nice, and it's not bad. It's got a nice taste for the price and everything else. You put all these factors in, but flavour wise, it would have been better personally if they'd have unfiltered it. Just my 2 cents. For the price though, not bad at all. As for a rating then, on Taste the Difference American Pale Ale by the Tap Room Brewing Company from Rochester, New York, for Sainsbury's, I'm giving that a 7 out of 10. It's definitely a B+ beer in my book. For the money, it's definitely a good beer. So yeah, it's in the upper 80s out of 100. So it's pretty good for a produced beer for a supermarket. It's not bad at all. It's definitely one of the better ones, brewery produced beers that I've had, certainly since I've been reviewing beers. So yeah, you've had this beer before. I won't go over it again. You know the one. Let us know what you think about it, and I'll see you on the next review. Cheers.